Hi, welcome to Manhwa Geek. Like and subscribe. Chapter 2, Our Hero. Hyrcan logs out of his game pod, expecting to be back in his familiar, slightly grimy apartment. Instead, he finds himself in the gleaming, futuristic Vigor store, surrounded by awestruck newbies eyeing the latest VR tech. A quick glance at his surroundings, combined with a sudden flash of, "Oh, right, I was totally broke before," leads him to a momentous conclusion. He's time-traveled, and not just a little. He's clearly back when he was so desperate he had to use a demo game pod. Overwhelmed by this incredible opportunity, Hyrcan bolts through the store like a caffeinated squirrel, already calculating his immense future gains. He practically slides to the counter, slamming his credit card down with the confidence of a viral TikTok millionaire. "One standard Vigir, please," he declares, internally doing a victory dance so intense he starts sweating bullets. This is it, his chance to avoid all his past mistakes. Then reality, being the cruel mistress she is, curb stomps him. The cashier, with the practiced nonchalance of someone who's seen it all, deadpans insufficient funds. Hyrcan's smug grin deflates faster than a cheap balloon, leaving him with a classic One-Punch Man poker face of pure, unadulterated embarrassment. Oh, right, he was broke. That's why he was playing on a demo pod in the first place. The irony is not lost on him. He clenches his teeth, contemplating his next move. Should he, actually get a job and make some cash? That would be the smart, responsible decision. But Hyrcan, being Hyrcan, promptly draws a giant imaginary X through that idea. Just then, like a villain appearing on a huge billboard, Syl, the Thunder Queen herself, pops up on a screen, spouting some philosophical nonsense about how hesitation is a luxury on the battlefield. Seeing her smug face is all the motivation Hyrcan needs to not get a job, because spite is a powerful motivator day-to-days, or perhaps entire months. The timeline is a bit fuzzy when you're driven by revenge whiz by. Miraculously, Hyrcan manages to afford a Vigir. Turns out, he really did cross out the getting a job option. Instead, he secured a loan. From loan sharks, he briefly flashes back to the negotiation, where he was informed that failure to repay would result in him having a wonderful life ahead, presumably one involving concrete shoes and a very deep lake. But revenge first, obviously. Minor details like potential limb loss can wait. He dons his new gear, ready to re-enter Warlord. His first stop, meeting Ari, the guide for class selection. Hyrcan's internal monologue confirms she's a 10/10 truly out of this world. Ari extends a hand, shimmering with golden threads of energy, inviting him to choose his destiny. He politely declines the warrior and support classes. Ari, clearly used to eccentric players, promptly teleports him to a spooky library. There, an ancient old man, seemingly absorbed in a very large book, asks what magic he wishes to learn. Dark magic, Hyrcan replies, firm in his decision. The old man squints, clearly thinking he misheard. Arc magic, right? He clarifies, probably, assuming Hyrcan just needs a hearing aid. But Hyrcan is resolute. The old man warns him that dark magic sucks your soul. But Hyrcan, having already dealt with betrayal in a truck, is unfazed. Then, in a move that would make any horror movie director proud, the old man grabs his own face and peels it off like a mask, revealing a Ghost Rider-esque form minus the fiery hair. He issues one final warning and places a dusty tome before Hyrcan. Our MC places his hand on the book, and dark energy engulfs him. Success. His class is now a necromancer, the very power he needs to solo that specific boss dungeon from his past. Life? He clenches his fist in triumph. Excited, Hyrcan tries out his first skill, flinging a skull that transforms into a magic-infused skeleton. "Time to level up," he declares with a joyous grin. And then, the skeleton's skull drops off. Not, Hyrcan cries. Clearly, even dark magic has its teething issues.